Alright, here we are at Vault of Midnight Comic Books and Stuff in Ann Arbor, Michigan. And this is?
Hey, I'm Christian. I've worked here for 2 years now, and 2 years previously, about 10 years ago. So,
Alright. You mind giving us a little tour of the place?
Absolutely.
Excellent.
Hey, thanks a lot. A lot of what we do primarily is, we have a million different types of crap and stuff in the store. Mostly what we do is comic books and board games, and a large part of it, large part of our comic selection is graphic novels. So up here we have some of our board game selection, a whole bunch of vinyl and designer toys. This really cool mural of googly-eyed Godzilla fighting this robot that local artist Jeremy Wheeler did. He designed all our logos and designed these tattoos that all of us have. We got ugly dolls, like ugly dolls, and wacky candy over here. Wacky soda in the soda cooler. Wacky young ladies behind the counter. Got one whole section for just all the manga and all the Japanese comics of this size. Sometimes we got Japanese comics that are bigger, and they get followed out with the graphic novels proper. These two shelves right here are where all the new comics go. Every Wednesday all the new stuff comes out and they all get filed together right there. To the left, the white shelf there is our constantly rotating employee recommendation shelf. That's we like to think has a little bit of everything on it, but sometimes we get in particular moods. We have sort of the main comic publishers separated by DC here and Marvel here. Everything just alphabetical in there within the company. This is our selection of there's like vinyl and graffiti books. Here we have our books that don't have pictures.
Well,
so just straight prose and these guys here.
I do appreciate it. It does look cool though.
A little t-shirt selection, and then here's again continuing our separation of the larger publishers. We have Dark Horse here and an Image here, and the rest of the shelves here are all the small press scrunched together, all alphabetically by title, but then separated by publisher. A large amount of the square footage in the shop here is graphic novels. So it starts over there in the A's and then ends right behind us here in the Z's. So that's consistent, that's good. But there's a lot here. Our goal is to have everything in print, which is a high bar to set, but we're trying our best here. So yeah, this just continues and loops all the way back around, and then here we have just our just all the small press stuff, larger format books, and then posters and stuff all over the place. We got a lot of stuff, and when we moved in here, we thought we had a lot of room, but now as we cram more and more stuff, every time we get something new, there's a constant shuffling process. Here we got a whole bunch of high-end statues that mostly just sit around and make the store look good. Not a lot of people coming in for $200 statues, but they look awesome, so that's cool. And that's pretty much it for the upstairs. We can go ahead and continue to the basement. We got most of our board games and stuff. These toys crammed everywhere. So as you can see, down in the basement we have primarily more fun and things that fall into that category. This guy here is Captain Midnight. He was the original mascot for Vault of Midnight when we opened 12 years ago. We originally wanted, for a while, the copyright to Captain Midnight was in public domain, and we were going to try to scoop up on it, but about a month before the shop opened, someone beat us to it. So in the basement here we have lots of sort of more Japanese import toys and model kits, and then also a lot of our small press collections. There's also more upstairs at the graphic novels proper, but it just depends on what type of mood we're in, where we end up throwing stuff, much to the confusion of us and our customers sometimes. So everything here is just sort of small press collections. We try to group a lot of the stuff by creator if we can, not so much by publisher, but mostly by creator. So you have a little mini Jeffrey Brown shelf and a mini James Kolchaka shelf, and some Seth and some Dan Close. More Japanese model kits. then this whole row here is just all of our older back issue comics, and the majority of them are the last 10 to 15 years, which is pretty much when we've been in business. What we really like is Marvel and DC titles from the 70s, but apparently everyone likes those, so there's not a whole lot of these down here anymore. And yeah, and then the rest of it is pretty much our large selection of board games. I mostly do bringing in the graphic novels, and our game guy Nick runs all the gaming and brings a lot of the new games and does a real phenomenal job. And yeah, a lot of the space is set up down here for reading comics that you've purchased in the beautiful air conditioning, and in this giant gaming table that we do run gaming nights 5 nights a week.
All right.
And that's it.
Great.
That's our whole comic shop.
Cool. Thank you very much,
Yeah,
Christian.
no problem.
This has been Vault of Midnight in Ann Arbor, Michigan, filmed in August of 2008.